months before about a year back before he died. I was wondering, at the age of 88 or so, when he came to our house and he was sitting with us for almost 3 hours, and we never felt that I am talking to a person who started to. So ultimately, when I learned once he is no more, we always felt that someone has really parted away from my family and also from medical fraternity. And that's what is the feeling of the medical fraternity, not from Indore, but definitely from all parties. For pharmaceutical innovation and application for the major persons and population in health at possible lowest economical burden. This is what he is being seen, and this is what he will be remembered in his life, in our life, and who are in the medical field. Today's talk also I kept entirely different. I knew I am going to have a mixed population in audience. Number two, I also remember that today it is not that we are going to talk about how many trials have been done, what have been devoted. Let me come down to earth again. Who helped us to introduce these drugs? How the drugs were invented? How the drugs came to the mind? Why a human being is made like this, you wants to protect him. This is what I am going to talk. And this you may not feel that we are talking very much on very high scientific level. Just simplest approach. And this is one way to pay our tribute to the people who possibly thought what is medical science likely to be in future. How the medical science grew. Possibly with few slides. And it's not going to be very lengthy talk. Should finish within 10, 15, 20 minutes. Possibly I will feel myself satisfied here. I remember all those who helped us to bring something for the prevention of the diseases. With that, let me start. Can I put this slide on? Because I can't see my. So prevention of vascular event, a possible approach. Can it be a political? Well, the first thing and first line we are going to see is slightly different. Research always continues, so there is no end, even not we. Everyone thinks what should be next, and what is the better way. So they also think what is the better way, how to shit on the human being. This is what the research they also do. So tell me one thing, what is the heart, and how is the thought, and where it is in the body. Should it be the Ayurveda, from the artist, or is it from the modern allopathic system? Hunters know what nobody knows. Who made the first picture of the heart in the land? You'll be delighted to know they were the hunters from the Altamira, Spain, around 55 years before Christ. Why? Because they wanted to kill their prey for earliest possible hunting. So the animal dies immediately. So they did an experiment and stabbed any animal and then stabbed and they found it is in the left side of the upper part of the body. There is some vital organ which is very important, and if you attack that, animal will be killed and it will be ready for their food. So these are the hunters who helped us, and this is one of the first diagram of the heart in the world. The one which is marked with the red arrow, and from the caves, which are in the basement, and it was in Altamira, who received the implanted placement. It was in 1958 and it was done by an engineer and surgeon. And this gentleman lived almost next 27 years, and he died after having at least 3-4 more pacemaker implantation. And this is how the innovation happened. The innovation was done here by an engineer. His name was Elmquist. Now this is our nature. We always want to protect ourselves by complexity in our ambitions. So why we look for innovation? For the better survival of society, understand the disease process, better therapeutic approach, and also for the. And this is what we have learned, and this is what we have got from our previous generation. Today what I am talking about cardiology, and any gentleman who is talking about any branch of the medicine, he possibly should be have learned. There is a big burden of the cardiovascular disease, as Dr. Manjari has told, which is taking a big toll of 31% of all possible daily part of the world. It is producing large economical burden on the society. And there are at least 20 million deaths happening every year because of the cardiac death. So can something be done to prevent this disease? A delay is there. This is what the approach. So what is the disease? The disease is atherosclerosis. Atherosclerosis, we feel it is a disease of the very recent time. And we felt, we know about cardiology and we know about atherosclerosis. This is a disease we learned somewhere in 1960 and nobody knew about before that. And we feel we are the most wiser about it. Now, possibly, there have been many, many wiser before us. It was Gregory Thomas of the University of California who depicted and found out that this is the disease of at least 3,500 years before. Because a paleopathologist, Mr. Sanderson and Roy Moody, they went to analyze the mummies. And mummies they took for the CT scan. And they found out in the CT scan by doing their angiograms, there have been thickening of the arteries, and this is the one of the pharaoh died around 1230 to 1273 before Christ at the age of 60, and his body was affected by atherosclerosis, or thickening of arteries due to calcium, fat and cholesterol. So now it puts us to a question whether the disease of atherosclerosis is only deposition or that degenerative product, or is it an inflammatory disease? So what was happening even then? And we talk about diabetes, hypertension, smoking. No, it is a multifactorial disease, so treatment has to be multifactorial. And the disease was existing around 3,500 years before, which has been documented now by the CT scan. And this is the somewhere in 1891, a German pathologist, Rudolf Virchow, who demonstrated that atherosclerosis is the arterial wall of people who died of occlusive vascular disease like myocardial infarction, cerebrovascular accident, peripheral artery disease, chronic pericarditis. Now, myth, is it the fat deposit which is occurring at old age and starts at the age of no? It starts at the 2 years of age. Initially, it is from the first decade, and in the third decade, it may become manifestive. In the fourth decade, it can really play havoc and onwards. Initially, starting from home cell deposition with fatty stick, intermediate lesion can lead to atheroma, bispecific and complicated lesion can rupture. So, it is the most important organ in the body is endothelium, the largest living organ, 1.5 kg. Sick tennis court can be made on this. It is semi-permeable membrane. It is most vulnerable to slightest injury, and damage can lead to luminal stenosis and blood supply. So, how to keep this endothelium healthy and safe from injury by oxidative stress? So, you do not get luminal narrowing, you do not get ischemic episode, you do not get thrombotic episode, and you possibly prevent cerebral vascular accident, you prevent peripheral artery disease, and you prevent, most importantly, cardiac diseases. So far, whatever knowledge we have, little knowledge I would say, there have been certain agents which have been introduced: statin, ACE inhibitor, aspirin, beta blocker, of course lifestyle changes and dietary modification and many other things. These are 4 or 5 factors possibly which can help to prevent the endothelial damage, thereby possibly can prevent the atherosclerosis, thereby possibly can prevent the luminal narrowing and thrombotic event, and thereby reduce the morbidity and mortality from any atherosclerotic disease. This is the thing ultimately we think how to think. So we have to make an approach which should have all 4 or 5 factors for the prevention of atherosclerotic diet. Today I am not going to talk. This is the series of statin. This has been done by 5,000 patients. 4,000 were benefited. This is altogether different structure. So cholesterol is essential for functioning of all human organs. We should know. It is excess may be harmful. This excess gets deposited in the arterial wall, which can cause narrowing. So cholesterol is always essential for functioning of all human organs, but its excess may be harmful. Now, I'll put one simple question. Can you tell me a name of a scientist who was awarded Nobel Prize in the last 70 years? One scientist. Anyone. For the atherosclerosis and cholesterol research. Because the research on the atherosclerosis and cholesterol is going on from 1885 and it is going to continue because it has not come to end. So there must be at least 1 or 2 scientists who got the Nobel Prize. Anyone in mind who knows about this? This was the person who got the award for the Nobel Prize for his innovative work as far as the atherosclerosis cholesterol. I am sure most of us will agree. If one scientist gets award for Nobel Prize, I am sure at least 1,000 more people are there who were equally qualified, deserving, but because of the competition they couldn't get. So now just imagine, these were the first few scientists who got the Nobel Prize for the understanding the atherosclerosis and cholesterol. So these are the 5 scientists. And you will be surprised, total 14 Nobel Prizes have been given for understanding cholesterol till 1975. 1975 onwards, there is no Nobel Prize given for the understanding atherosclerosis and cholesterol synthesis in the body and what is it going to do. So just imagine, out of these 14 people which we know, or 13 people which know, at least 13,000 more scientists must have worked what I am talking today. Because this is what the importance, and this is what the importance of innovation, and this is what the importance and relevance of the investigation and the research, which is very, very taxing to anyone, not financially. It may be taking a lot of hours of one working person who works in the research. So we should definitely be thankful to all these scientists, and this is the 13th Nobel Prize which has been given in the last 70-80 years for the cholesterol and the skin. And this is the person who invented the drug. His name is statin or atorvastatin. His main interest was never in cholesterol drug. He was mainly interested in antibiotic. He was inspired by a scientist who was investigating antibiotic. So he was given a job in a company known as Servium to investigate an antibiotic. So he was very innovative, possibly the drug will enter. So he did that, and certain microorganisms produce an inhibitor of enzyme to defend themselves against other organisms, and malonate is precursor of many substances required by organism for maintenance of cytoskeleton. So he introduced a drug which can break the cell wall, so antibiotic could enter the bacteria and bacteria will be killed. This was his main purpose, and he did that. Then he thought, why not use this particular drug to reduce cholesterol in the body in total? So that's how it came in the picture. The statins today are nothing more than the isolated poison derived from fungus known as red yeast rice, Molluscum petrus, which is being eaten by many people. Red yeast rice is available in one of the south farthest country, and people eat for enjoying the health. And these are the various sources to combat this epidemic, and one of which is the red yeast rice. And this is the way Akira Ito invented that statin, which was basically introduced for the antibacterial drug better action. Today is the mainstay of the better management for coronary artery and atherosclerotic diseases, and maybe at least every year $18 billion are being spent on the statin. So red yeast rice, as I told you, is staple in many Asian diets. In the United States, red yeast rice is available as dietary nutritional supplement. And this is the one of the statin known as lovastatin available in the mushroom. And this mushroom is not to be eaten. It is basically a mushroom, but it contains lovastatin, which can also have property of reducing the cholesterol. Now the second one, which is introduced in the polymer, is AC inhibitor. So from where AC inhibitor came? AC inhibitor came for exopeptidase, which catalyzes the conversion of angiotensin. And this AC inhibitor, you will wonder how the people think AC inhibitor. AC inhibitors possibly reduces the blood pressure. So AC inhibitor came from the Brazilian pit viper. When this snake used to bite, patient used to go into hypotension and die. So they felt that there is something this snake venom contains which can reduce the blood pressure. And they ultimately found out that these are the AC inhibitors we should find. So AC inhibitors are also available in the plants. Flavonoids, promethazine and small peptide. These are well-known plant extracts which have been used by indigenous people before we came in the modern medical science. And these are the various plants which contain AC inhibitors. And these plants have been used by various nations like Hispanic, by Mexican, by Italian, by Chinese to protect their health in past. So one of the second component after statin, I am talking about AC inhibitor, which is also part of polymer. Then some people have been using hormone berries also. They also have AC inhibition. The third very important one is aspirin. Aspirin, many of you know, being manufactured first time in a coal factory by Bayers. But before that, from where the aspirin came, it's basically a paper of papyrus, if people know about it. This was a papyrus paper purchased by a British scientist Adam Smith in 12 British pounds from a shop. It contained many information about many drugs in that time. And it was written somewhere in 1532 and mentions about 700 herbal medicine. It also mentioned about the salix, which is willow. And willow we know is a herbal compound of the aspirin. Aspirin is the first human antiplatelet activity drug. First time in 216 AD, in the below marked by Egyptian. 1534, Ibn mentions about this particular thing. And you were talking about the clinical trial. You will be surprised, the first ever clinical trial in medical science was done on aspirin in the name of the Edward Stone somewhere in 1763. And in 1838, synthetic compound salicylic acid was introduced by Raphael Gillier. In 1852, acetylized compound ASA by Charles Graham. And in 1970, first time aspirin was used as antiplatelet activity drug by information once we gathered from the samples. This is how the aspirin has been introduced in the world as an antiplatelet drug for the prevention of the thrombotic event, which is also a compound being used in a polymer. So I spoke about three particular important drugs is basically how the innovation has in making a pill which is beneficial to the human being. Currently about 40,000 tons of aspirin is produced every year worldwide, and in the United States 50 million people take 10 to 20 billion aspirin tablets regularly for prevention of the cardiovascular disease every year. This is what the importance. Now there is one more drug which beta blockers. Well, among beta blocker, I could get some of the things which is available in the past, but the first beta blocker which was introduced was propranolol, later on propranolol, and this is somewhere 1968 I am talking, and later on it was formed with metoprolol and atenolol. You can reduce blood pressure, prevent the coronary artery event, as well as possibly many sympathetic overdrive can be brought down, and you can prevent sudden cardiac arrhythmia and sudden death. So this is the importance of another compound which is known as beta blocker being incorporated in the polymer. Among the beta blocker, there is one more beta blocker which is known as nebivolol. Nebivolol has a peripheral vasodilator action because it contains endothelin T, toxin ET1 inhibitor. So from where ET1 inhibitor came in the body? This again comes from the SNAC. This is the most important. Endothelin 1 is a very important vasoconstrictor. It was found in actinic sepsis and tetanus, a single frame erected snake. Maybe many of my colleagues may have seen this movie, Cleopatra. In Cleopatra, in the last movie, when you see the end, Cleopatra wanted to commit suicide. So she got a poison from Egypt. And this Egypt, the poison when the snake came, that snake is being shown in the movie also. After this, she immediately died because this was from Israeli borrowing as Cleopatra 3 with its venom sulfur toxin, which is a member of endothelin family. The most important, the most powerful vasoconstrictor available in the medical science even today. So, antagonist of this was thought, and that's how it works for the blood pressure. So, endothelin ET1 and ET1, which are most powerful. So now we are using what? Endothelin antagonist for the control of blood pressure, and one of it is available in the nebivolol, which is also beta blocker. So what did we talk so far? We didn't talk too much about the poison. We just talked about the contribution of the people who made us wiser to talk about the ingredient which is being used in the drugs like poison. So what is the ultimately we have to do? Cardiovascular risk assessment. Which patients should be put on medical management? Which should not be put on medical management, or you should continue lifestyle. So patient at intermediate risk, no intervention despite the presence of one or more traditional factor. But patients who are at higher risk with one or two risk factors, they should be put on the medical management. So there are various risk factors for coronary or muscular disease. Many are known and many we will know in future, and many will remain unknown to us because many a time we come across a patient who happens to suffer disease very badly and very seriously. So these are the various factors which I may not enumerate, but I think most of us know: lipid abnormality, homocysteine, hypertension, diabetes, secondary life, stress, oxidative stress, diabetes. So if we try to take care of each and everything, then we should know how these risk factors are contributing to the disease. So if this risk factor are combined, we have threefold. If we combine 2 or 3 risk factors, we have threefold increased chances of the heart disease. But if we have got all factors combined in an unfortunate person, there is a 26% chances, more chances that he will get any cardiovascular or cerebrovascular event. So what should be done? To address atherosclerotic, all possible factors needs to be modified. And if we try to modify all possible factors, possibly then there is a more we will reduce the big event. So in one of the study which was done as an inter-heart study, myocardial infarction risk increases by 26 times when all risk factors are added. Age, of course, aging we cannot prevent. So what is the key to solution? You have to reduce the risk associated with the individual intervention. Either you take care of blood pressure, we can definitely reduce the chances of getting cardiovascular disease by 20%.
ये ऊपर दिख रहा
If you take care of dyslipidemia, again further reduction. If you take care of the platelet aggregate,
ऊपर नीचे होता है
again we can reduce the cardiovascular and thrombotic event. But by treating one risk factor alone, it may not be adequate. So we have to take care of the urinary risk reduction by combination therapy. It may be aspirin, beta blocker, lipid lowering drug, inhibitor or combined. So if we try to achieve combined effect, possibly there is a 75% risk reduction. It was mentioned somewhere in 2002 by Dr. Sunny Kusum, which was published in Lancet. And at the same time, there was another scientist, which was Nicholas Ward. He also tried to do the same and before that. And he also found that if we try to take care of all these risk factors, we can definitely reduce the risk of getting cardiovascular and cerebrovascular event by 88 to 80%. And his work has been pioneered and has been quoted all over. He did a study about LDL cholesterol, blood pressure, serum homocysteine, platelet function. Sometimes homocysteines are today we may or may not be agree, but many of them are still agree. So we should try and attempt take care of all the possible risk factors. In certain other trial like ASCOT trial where you got these things were seen, if you combine the drug, possibly patients will have better outcome if we use drug reducing for blood pressure, drug reducing for the lipid abnormality, we are using the drugs for taking care of diabetes, possibly patients' ultimate outcome is better. This was again confirmed at this particular cardiac ASCOT trial where the patient who were given the combination therapy, maybe I am not talking of the molecule, I am just talking of a combination therapy. So atenolol, basically, or atenolol, amlodipine combination therapy, the outcome was better when they were given the combination. So what is the message? Do not manage any disease in isolation. Try to take whatever is available. Identify possible comorbidities. Try to take care of all possible comorbidities. Thereby you can reduce the event of the coronary or other event. So what should be a tablet? Should it be a combination of aspirin, lisinopril, sulfacetin, or atenolol? Should it be a combination of atenolol, aspirin, ranibizumab, sulfacetin, hydrochlorothiazide? Well, this will remain a debate because every drug cannot be 100%. Every molecule which I am talking today cannot be 100% after 2 years or 3 years. So the component of the polypill may have to be changed from time to come in future, whatever we study. Hence, we should not be very adamant that this is the final polypill and nothing will happen in future. No. We are using many other drugs in combination and we are using many new drugs every year, whether it is a drug for chemotherapy, whether it is a drug for APD, whether it is a drug for viral fever, whether it is a drug for antibiotics. So we should not be adamant. However, with available evidence, there is a known aspirin, ACE inhibitor, a statin, a beta blocker, a combination of hydrochloride may definitely help the patient, and this can reduce the outcome. So what are the issues of anxiety? Will polypill be very big to swallow? Then the formulation problem. Aspirin, which is list dominated, sulfacetin or atorvastatin, ACE inhibitor or ARB, atenolol or metoprolol, thiazides, benefits or side effects. So what should be? It should be left to the discussion. It should be left to understanding. It should be left to your own experience. It should be also left to your own patient's response. That is how you are going to accumulate the data. And that is how you are going to understand and impact on your practice today, and possibly you will pass on some of the information to your next generation. Then there is another concern. With many of the drugs you are adding, is there possibility of additional side effect? Well, we do not know, but we have to be very careful. Then most important, potential interaction between the different drug in a drug. It may be physical interaction, it may be chemical interaction, it may be change in the bioavailability of the drug. Then third and last one, we cannot titrate the doses because today whatever drug is available, we have a fixed dosage. In future, possibly you will have to find out the drug with different concentration. If this patient possibly requires less beta blocker, this patient requires more ACE inhibitor. So these are the things which you have to think in the future. The most important thing is the bioavailability of drugs. So this particular trial, bioavailability of the different compound were checked, and it was found that there was no major significant difference. It was immediately accepted. Salicylate when given alone or in combination, Remicade given in combination, simvastatin given in combination. Hardly there is a variation. So we can possibly think that these are the possibly given together may not impair their bioavailability. Tips 1 and tips 2 trial was done, and they have been found a compound effect of the lowering LDL cholesterol in blood pressure and aspirin. There was definitely the risk reduction and patients overall benefit was seen, and combined effect of lowering LDL cholesterol antiplatelet drug, there was coronary event was less by 62% and stroke by 48%. So paliperidone definitely can prevent the ischemic heart disease and stroke death. This study was done in Iran, and they found statin with ACE inhibitor, with thiazide and aspirin possibly did better. And this combination reduced stroke by 30 to 35%. Removing aspirin from combination decreased preventable ILD. So well, aspirin should be used with concussion. Then we come to one more problem. When we give 4 or 5 tablets to a person for prevention of kidney disease, there is likelihood he may not be able to continue. If I write one beta blocker, one aspirin, one clopidogrel, or something like that. So we have been found in one of the pure studies, even in the best educated people, then definitely he would try to reduce the drug. Even if I write 5 drugs, he would at the end of 1 month he possibly may be taking 4 by his own method. This will ultimately lead to less effective regime and patient may not get benefit. But at the same time, we should understand the patient standing. How a patient can take 4 tablets, 5 tablets at a time in a day, and he will always forget also. So this happens with us also. So we have to believe this happens in urban as well as rural population also. So actual usage of drug is very low, whatever we prescribe. And patient discontinuation rate is very high. Only 60% are taking 3 drugs together at the end of 1 month, and many other patients are reducing further. Like hypertensive also, we write sometimes drugs, 2 drugs, 3 drugs. So if we try to combine the drugs together, possibly the dropout will be less. So compliance can be achieved by possibly combination drug. 1 pill or 2 pill, there is definitely difference. 20% more you will be finding compliant. So non-compliance and surveillance, what is the impact of that? The impact, if you have less drug, definitely there is a 20% difference. The patient will be compliant and taking all possible drugs. This increased chances of survival by 20%. Hence, how to make compliant compliance? So we can make it compliant by possibly combining drugs. So so who will benefit from polypill? Person with pre-existing disease like heart disease, stroke, peripheral artery disease, and diabetes mellitus. Those with pre-existing disease with aging, and many patients who are 55 and old. Possibly, if you feel this patient although doesn't have disease manifest, but he has many risk factors, you can convince him that possibly this combination can help him. However, there is always controversy regarding the primary prevention. So we may not talk those controversial things here, but we should think about those patients who need secondary prevention. Well, they can definitely benefit by the polypill. So in Umpire trial, it has been again confirmed that the compliance can definitely increase by combination therapy. If you give usual care, the slowly patient will come down to reduced number of drugs. But if you give to polypill combination, possibly 77% per 20 days. And there was 3-fold increase in the compliance. So what is new, what is radical, what is unique about polypill? Treatment of several risk factors simultaneously regardless of level and without screening up for them. Instead of targeting people at high risk, they suggest intervention for all increased risk regardless of risk level if they are beyond 55. Because of high cardiovascular risk among the people above 55 years, possibly screening it can be done good. If not done, you possibly think, well, this patient can be healed. So what is summary? Polycap is a unique example and innovation which is affordable. It has shown in efficacy and safety in 2 trials. And polypill prescription possibly prevent 3-4% of all cardiovascular event. And where there is a possibility of affording, patient can definitely afford this drug at lower cost. But still some issues will be requiring attention. Then diabetes mellitus, we are addressing high fat and high cholesterol is again the problem. Obesity, tobacco, we have to take care. Stress management, we have to educate our patient. Sedentary lifestyle needs modification. many food which are available in the market, we should definitely encourage the industries to reduce the salt intake and fat content of those food. So we should look beyond drug therapy also. We have talked too much about drug, and this is what is the message. Definitely atherosclerosis is coming like tsunami, and they need prevention. Combination appears modest, breastfeed. Doses are less, possibly less side effect, and possibly less pain burden. Thank you very much. This is my message not for scientists who work for us. The new combinations will keep coming like this, and we'll talk about many things in the future. Thank you very much.